Welcome to Thoughts That Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. So let me ask you this. Are you ready to go deep today? Are you ready to stretch your mind, to stretch your imagination, to go beyond your current thoughts? Because that's what we do here. And today I started off with the idea that all love is healing. When we're able to stop judging, our bodies and mind return to a natural state of love. But then we go into the aspect of, well, Lee, what is love? And the only thing that we have to describe love is words. And the words that I use, and the words that you use, and the words that everyone else uses are different. They have different meanings associated with them. Do you get that? And what I've come to understand is everything begins with thought. And what are thoughts? They're words in our mind. And so the thoughts that we have are different than anyone else. No one else has the same thoughts because no one has the same definitions attached to the words. Let me ask this crazy question. Are you safe? Do you feel safe in your own mind? That's a good one, isn't it? Do you feel safe in your own mind? Or in your own mind, is there judgment? See, the best I've come up with is that love and judgment cannot coexist. So, what is judgment? From a thought standpoint, from a word standpoint, judgment means looking at something and seeing this side or this side and attaching a value to what you're looking at. Love is the opposite of judgment, which means to look at something and attach no value to one way or another. It's the point between judgment of this or that, good or bad. So I'm going way down a rabbit hole with you here right now. Alonda says, sometimes I read somewhere, my mind is a dangerous place that I don't want to be. Well, it can be, Alonda. It depends on where your mind is focused. Is it on love or is it on judgment? Is it on expansion or is it on shrinking? I believe that the mind is creative, and we create through the use of our mind. So it's got a really, really big value. So if I step out of the rabbit hole that I put here, the question I ask then is, why do I have a mind? And the only answer that I come up with is, I have a mind so that I can create. I have a mind so that I can discern. I have a mind that for whatever reason, there's something within me that is desiring to be expressed and to be experienced. And my mind gives me the tool to do that. I come back to the basic teachings of science of mind. Thought, create. Ernest Holmes said over and over and over again, change your thinking, change your life. Your thoughts create your life. Not a single thought, but the accumulation of thoughts, the mental atmosphere, the sum total of all the thinking we do. So our mind is a very precious place. And the question I ask is, are you guarding the entrance to your mind. What goes into your mind? What are you allowing to go in? It's also this idea. Remember a little earlier, I talked about love being non-judgmental. Judgment is seeing right, wrong, this, that. Love is the point in between, no judgment, right? Where in your life are you non-judgmental? Anyone got an answer? Love to see what your answers are. When can we come out of judgment? When do we come out of judgment? I don't know. Is it when we're not thinking, we're in that deep meditation? When we're in the space between the breath, the space between the thoughts? How long are we there? Or is our mind programmed to judge? Have we built an unconscious habit that instead of looking at something, appreciating it as it is, we've been programmed to judge? It's as simple as this. You're going out to buy a new car. What color do you want? Well, I'm judging. I love red better than I love blue, or I love blue better than I love red. I'm not saying one is right or one is wrong, but we're programmed from a very young age to judge. I need subs to pay off Intel for this. Oh, I can't see everything on there. Well, I don't want to be your hero. I want to be that little voice in the back of your head that's always asking questions. That's what I want to be. That's what I've discerned when I decided I wanted to be a teacher. I want to be the teacher who asks a lot of questions. I don't have your answers. I don't have your answers. Let me be really clear about that, because the only answers that are going to be meaningful are the ones that you come up with for you, because it's your thoughts. It's your meaning that you have attached to your thoughts. Good morning, Sumit. Thank you for joining us from India. I know we have people all over the United States. I know we have some people from South Africa. I know we have some people from Europe listening, and now we've got India listening. I love that. Because in reality, there is no time and space. We're all part of one consciousness. And for whatever reason, right now, here, in this time, in this place, this consciousness that I'm speaking into, you're with me. And so we're exploring this together. You see, I don't have answers. I have questions. And together, if we explore things together, maybe we can come up with a better understanding, a workable understanding that can benefit us all. Sumit says, please talk about the law of attraction. Sumit, I talk about the law of attraction every day. Just start popping in every day and you're going to hear me talk about the law of attraction. I did just a bit earlier when I talked about what is your mental atmosphere. Your mental atmosphere is all the thoughts you've ever thought from the time you came into this planet. And maybe before you came into this planet, it's in your emotional, mental DNA that you picked up from your mom and your dad that may go back generations after generations. That thought atmosphere that you are is creating your experience. Now you have the power to change that thought atmosphere, but that's a process. That's a process of building a new belief. And we've been talking about habits this last week. And habits, our habits of thinking are creating our lives. And we're not even aware of the habits that we think. I've been really reflective lately When I'm by myself, I just start asking more and more questions. See, power is the ability to get someone to believe as you want them to believe. And when you do that, you control them. I love power. Power over myself. Power over how I look at things. The power in you. Lori, thank you for that. If you can't see, Lori just wrote, I started to read The Mastery of Love. Wow. The Mastery of Love is a book by Don Miguel Ruiz and tells us about how to self-love. I wanted to write a book about self-love, but I said, can't beat this. This book says it clearer than I could ever imagine. So I invite everyone to read that book, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. Sumit says the first video that got me to your channel was about the Christmas gift. I'm glad you found that video. Here's the key thing, Sumit, spread it around to other people. My job is to become the little voice in the back of as many people as I can think of, getting them to ask questions about what life is, to reclaim their power, to stop giving their power away to people, institutions, governments, corporations, religions. They're just thoughts. What is religion? It's a thought. That's all it is. Is it true? No. I don't believe it's true. I don't believe there's any religion that's true. I believe that all religions are human-made. I hope I pressed some buttons there. I want you to think about that. Human-made. Everything is human-made when you really think about it, other than the essence of life. And that's something we just don't understand. Where did I come from? I don't know. Where did the world come from? I don't know. I like better living in the I don't know than living in the I know. Because if I live in the I know, I'm not open to new ideas. I can't explore any further. If I know something, I've shut off the possibility of a greater understanding. And here's what I'm coming to understand. You never get to the bottom of the understanding. There's always more to understand. This gives me such juice. I love this. I don't know if you love it as much as I do, but I do. I love the ability to expand my mind, to expand that thing or to better understand that things that's behind my mind that I have about this much understanding of. Let me get that into black. That much understanding. I really don't know. I don't think anyone knows. And the reason I don't think anyone knows is because I don't believe there's words to describe it. So that's the talk for today. Hey, do you know I've got a book out there, gang? It's called The Power in You by Wolak. And you can buy that book on Amazon.com. In it, I've got a chapter for 16 different powers that are in you. And if you use those powers, you can change your life. Moniqua, here's the best advice I can give you. Moniqua asks, any advice on how to control your anger emotions in the heat of the moment? Yeah. Pause. Don't react. Pause. There's never a reason unless you're in physical danger. You're in danger physically. There's never a reason that you have to give an answer to anything right away. But that's hard for us because we want to be right. But if you pause, and pause doesn't mean just 3 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds is enough for the event, but maybe it's a day, 2, 3. Then the emotion comes out of it, and then you can respond. Thank you, Susan. I think you'll enjoy it. I did. It's a summation of everything that I've learned throughout my life. And I'm realizing I could have added probably 10 more chapters. Each chapter is a power within us. And I figured that's a good place to start. To let you know, if you get the book, I think it's March 28th, which is a Monday. I'm going to be doing a class, a 7-week class on the book. That'll be either Monday afternoons, my time at 1:30 or at 6:30 my time. And I'm in the central time zone in Dallas, Texas. Anyone's welcome to take the class. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com and you can sign up. So with that, it's been a great morning being with you. Thank you for allowing me to go deeper. And if you like this live video that I did, once it's posted either on your Facebook or YouTube channel, whichever you're watching on, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Share it. Let other people know that this is out there. I'm not saying I have the answers, but I'd love to ask the questions, and I'd love to do that with you and with anyone else that's open. With that, in a non-judgmental way, I accept you just like you are, which means I can look you in the eye and I can tell you I love you. Until tomorrow, create a great one. Aloha.